What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing an update on MULN ticker.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this company. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. And before we get into all of that, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Moomoo valued up to $7,000, please check out that link in the description below. All you have to do is sign up for an account and deposit as little as $1. This is guaranteed free money. Full details you can see on the screen right now. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point when we had this spike in its price, and I've told you right here that this spike was made on aftermarket hours and it doesn't have any volume at all, as you can see right here at the bottom of the screen. This means most likely we should go lower and we should at least retest the previous bottom. And it happened. We had this movement to the downside. We even barely broke this range of support. And for now we are hovering around the ranges of about 1.36 to $1.5 marks. And I have to say that from the technical standpoint, probably we might consider this movement to the downside as completed fifth wave. But on the other hand, this asset is still experiencing huge bearish pressure, and I will show you in my fundamental analysis what I'm talking about. So let's continue with the bigger picture of the market, and let me show you that the market is deeply in red. And let me show you the indexes. S&P 500 lost about 2.77%, Dow Jones lost about 2.82%, and Nasdaq and Russell 2000 lost 2.55%. Definitely we have massive movement to the downside, and the main reason of this movement is the Federal Reserve's meeting that will take place on May 3rd and 4th, and on this meeting we will see the hike of interest rates. And definitely, before May the 4th, we will see huge volatility on the markets because of the uncertainty related to these hikes. So, and let's continue with the news directly related to Mullen. And let me show you that on their official website, they posted 2 news, and I have to say that they deleted 2 news that I covered in my previous video. And it is also not the best sign that they deleted them. And I have to say that these 2 news, previous news, was nothing else but just a link on an article on different sources, and these articles are nothing else but just a summary of their well-known news. So, and for now we have this news, and it is quite interesting, and let me show you this news in details. Mullen to conduct solid-state polymer battery cell testing with leading independent facility Battery Innovation Center (BIC) in Indiana. And let me quote you this. Mullen announces solid-state polymer battery testing in the Battery Innovation Center (BIC) in Indiana. BIC is focused on the rapid development, testing and commercialization on safe, reliable and lightweight energy storage system for defense and commercial customers. The Battery Innovation Center will perform the following tests on Mullen's solid-state polymer battery. Constant current discharge test. Testing to determine the effective capacity of a test unit using very repeatable standardized conditions. Peak power test. The purpose of this test is to determine the sustained discharge power capability of a battery at 2/3 of its OCV at each various depth of discharge. Constant power discharge test. The purpose of this testing is to perform a sequence of constant power discharge charge cycles that define the voltage versus power behavior of a battery as a function of depth discharge. This testing characterizes the ability of a battery to provide a sustained discharge over a range of power levels representative of electric vehicle applications. Constant power discharge are similar to constant speed vehicle operation in effect on a battery. And I have to say that these 3 tests are quite interesting by themselves, but it doesn't relate with the ending product in any cases. And let me explain you why. If you want to test the battery, you have to test it with the real vehicle, because we might have different weather conditions, we might have different weights of the vehicle, we might have different power output of its electric motors, and all of these factors will affect the battery numbers. And definitely, without the real vehicle, this test pretty much useless for ending user. And it is what it is. So let me quote you what Mr. Seth McCoy, T&E engineer from Battery Innovation Center in Indiana, stated. And he said, "We look forward to testing Mullen's sales capabilities and associated performance." Interesting enough. And David Missouri said, "We have begun working with the Battery Innovation Center located in Indiana to retest and certify our solid-state battery. BIC is a well-respected battery laboratory, and we look forward to publishing the results related to cell testing coming up in May." And let me show you that on his official Twitter page, Mr. David Missouri announced that the results will be announced in early May 2022. And I have to say that we have a lot of promises from Mr. David Missouri that he will announce a lot of news in May or maybe in Q2 2022. And this definitely should be the Fortune 500 company that ordered their electric vans. And let me show you some tweets under this tweet. A lot of people are angry on this company, and let me quote you this. Daniel Reyes said, "He's pumping and dumping, dude. He puts out garbage news, snow jobs, and then pumps it across all the penny stock networks, and the internet trolls come out to claim Mullen is about to sign Fortune 500 companies and big contracts. Then he dilutes and makes money while you backhold for him." And I have to say that for now, I completely agree with this tweet. And I have to say that as long as we don't have any answers, any official answers on Hindenburg Research report, definitely any other news is pretty much useless. And you have to remember it. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next from the technical standpoint? I have to say that this price action looks like the fourth wave inside this fifth wave, and we might have another leg to the downside that will hit lower price targets. And if it is the case, definitely next range of support will be one-to-one extension if we compare the length of the A wave and project it from the top of the B wave in order to find the most probable range of the bottom of the C wave. And it might be right here. And this means we still have downside potential, more downside pressure on this asset, and we still have, from the technical standpoint, more chances to hit lower price targets. So, and I have to say that I nailed this movement to the downside from basically from its recent peak from the top of the fourth wave, right after we had this first zigzag to the downside. And I made one of my previous video right here when I told you that we should hit lower price targets. And each of these yellow lines represents some downside potential for this asset, because when we broke these levels, we invalidated some bullish counts. And for now, we broke the last one, last range, at the top of the internal first wave right here. And this means I don't see any bullish cases right now for this asset, and that is why you have to be very cautious. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go